people who come from the Middle East, from the Arab countries. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Where do you guys live in Durban?
Lucia.
Oh, not Lucia.
Where are you from?
Eh?
Where were you in?
I used to live in Glenwood.
Did you move here?
Yeah, I've been here 30 years.
Wow.
Well, I go every year to South Africa.
30 years.
It's 4 months.
Oh wow.
Right, everyone, welcome to the area of Knightsbridge. It's a very rich area. Look on your left side now, and you can buy yourself a Ferrari.
We've seen some of those.
I tell you what, there was a beautiful blue one there 2 weeks ago. I just couldn't resist it. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this area is very popular with people from Qatar, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and many of them own apartments and businesses here in the area of Knightsbridge. So from next month, you'll see thousands of them when they come over for the summer. Now here on the left side is the most famous ladies store in London, Harvey Nichols. This is where Princess Diana used to shop, and it's a lovely store, this, Harvey Nicks. And if you are planning to come back to visit this store or to visit Harrods, the nearest underground station is here in front. It's called Knightsbridge. It's on the Piccadilly line, Knightsbridge station, for Harvey Nichols and for Harrods. Now, if you look across down to the left, you should see Harrods, all lit up. Anyway, we're going to Harrods now. Don't worry, we are going to Harrods. We are taking the rich people from Argentina to shop at Harrods. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here on the right side, this is where the Queen's 2 cavalry regiments live. The Blues and Royals and the Lifeguard Regiment. 2 of them. They live here in the Hyde Park Barracks. The horses live on the first floor, and the soldiers live in that tall building in front of us. So the Blues and Royals are the guys who have the red plumes on their helmets, and the guys with the white plumes are called the Lifeguard Regiment. 2 of them. You can see them every day near to Parliament at Horse Guards Parade, near to Big Ben. Right now, here on the right side, we're going to see London's biggest park in central London, Hyde Park. Hyde Park is 625 acres, and it's our version of Central Park in New York City. It's the biggest one in Central. Now, ladies and gentlemen, some of you might think that you're in the city of London, but you're all wrong. If you look on that street sign on the right side of us, Kensington Road, underneath is printed the word City of Westminster.
Wow.
So we are currently in the city of Westminster. And later on in the tour, we are going to visit the city of London. But right now we're in the city of Westminster.
I wonder if we see Big Ben.
We will.
We will?
Yeah, we'll
Now,
see
ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone to know that during the winter I'm never here. I'm always somewhere in Africa teaching English. I've got a teacher's mentality, so in the front of the bus we've got 2 young students, and we will be doing a test at the end of the tour.
No.
So I hope that they listen up to the tour all over again.
I'm okay with that. Is it free?
I'm not okay with it. I'm not.
See, typical Americans, they want to fail. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we come now to the Royal Albert Hall, which is a very famous music and concert hall in London, opened by Queen Victoria in 1871. This place has 8,000 seats, and many famous people have performed here. The Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Liza Minnelli, Frank Sinatra, me, in my dreams. Now have a look on the right side as well. Let's show them quickly. On the right side is the Albert Memorial, dedicated to Prince Albert, who was the husband of Queen Victoria.
Yeah, it does.
Now, Prince Albert died at the age of 42,
Aw.
and Queen Victoria was really devastated by his death, and she had that gilded memorial made to him. And he was also from Germany. He was from a German royal family, and he was her first cousin. And then I finally figured out how we ended up with Prince Charles. Now, here we are in the, at least somebody appreciates my joke. The Kiwis like my joke.
I'm actually from Dublin.
You're from Dublin. In Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty. You give me a song and I'll sing it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in this street we have, these houses were all built during the late 1800s, during the time of Queen Victoria. Some of them are converted into embassies and some of them are hotels. If you look on the left side, this is part of Imperial College London. On your left, a very famous research university. In fact, it's the most famous research university in the UK. Right, so these lovely homes date back to Queen Victoria's time. I suppose you guys paid about 23 rand for a pound.
Yeah, it's
Eh?
crazy now, yeah.
The condo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I don't know if I got that on camera.
Right, we're going to go left now, and we're going to see the Natural History Museum.
Mystery. Wow, I love mysteries.
History.
Oh,
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Natural History Museum is one of my favorites. This museum has more than 70 million objects.
Hey.
It's got a huge replica dinosaur skeleton. It's got a cheetah, and there you can see many of the fossils which Darwin brought back with him from his expeditions. They also have a butterfly exhibition on at the moment. Thousands of butterflies. And this is my favorite museum. And then the one behind this one is called the Science Museum. And the Science Museum is one that the children love. It's full of stuff like trains and ships. And it's even got the command module from the Apollo spaceship, Apollo 10, in the Science Museum. The kids will love it. And then the third museum is this one coming up on the left, Victoria and Albert, V&A, 145 galleries. Now, if you want to visit the three museums or any of them, the nearest underground station is South Kensington on the Piccadilly.
what?
Now, this store has got 5,000 workers from 50 different countries. So they speak many, many languages here in Harrods, which has 330 departments, 32 restaurants, 11,500 light bulbs on the outside at night. When I cannot sleep, I come here and count them. 15 in Belgium, between the Duke of Wellington and the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. I will tell you of Buckingham Palace. In 1851, Queen Victoria.
Got it. Mama, it's your time to shine.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, now straight ahead of us is London's premier shopping street, Oxford Street, 1.5 miles long, and the most famous store in Oxford Street is called Selfridges. Selfridges was opened in 1904 by an American gentleman, and it's now owned by a Canadian company. with the angel of peace at the top, taming a chariot of war. This monument commemorates the Battle of Waterloo, which took place in Belgium in 1815 between the English and the French.
I think I just got a picture of a nice tree.
Got a picture of
Is here on your left-hand side.
Look.
This
right
is
here.
Westminster City Hall.
Right here.
Yeah.
Now, London is made up of two cities. City of Westminster and the City of London. And that's where we are going shortly, to the City of London. Here in front of us is a lovely old Victorian style bar, the Albert, and it's done out in a Victorian theme with hanging basket. The headquarters of the London Metropolitan Police.
Heading up to the Iron London.
And
Coming up shortly is the London Eye.
what's that
And
mean?
before we come to the London Eye, we've got Westminster Abbey, where all the kings and queens of England have been crowned since 1066. Westminster Abbey is also the place where Her Majesty the Queen was married in 1947 and where she was crowned in 1953. Westminster Abbey has seen 38 coronations and 16 royal weddings. The last wedding in 2011 with Prince William and Kate Middleton. Inside the Abbey are the tombs of 17 kings and queens. And there between the two towers is the door which is always used by the royal family. Between the two towers. That door, the west wing or the west door, is used by the royal family. And the building that we see today dates back to the 1200s, the 13th century.
Because that's not what we're
In the
focused
abbey
on.
are also the tombs
Focused on
of
this
more than
building right here.
3,000 other
Well, they
people,
said the Eye of London, but
like
not
Charles
the-
Darwin, Charles Dickens, Sir Isaac Newton, the scientist, and many other famous people
Look,
of note.
Big Ben. Hi there.
This is Parliament Square, and of course the Houses of Parliament. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our Parliament building is known officially as the Palace of Westminster,
sorry, but
and the clock itself is known as the Great Westminster Clock.
no, it's not what it's known as.
It's
Almost
not Big
everyone around the world knows
as
that
Big
clock
Ben.
as Big Ben. However, Big Ben is not the clock. Big Ben
today. Hello, Big Ben. Hi there.
Right, here we come to the London Eye, ladies and gentlemen. London Eye, which was opened in the year 2000 to celebrate. London Eye has got 32 capsules. Each one holds 25 people. So we are talking about 800 people that this wheel can hold. And it takes 30 minutes to make one turn. Now the London Eye, ladies and gentlemen, has got 32 capsules. Each one holds 25 people. Now you might want to take pictures there behind you of our Parliament. known as the Palace of Westminster.
Plaza.
Yep. I like the purple lights.
Me too.
That's a nice hotel, that one. Right, now we're going to see the London Eye for 32 capsules. So it's a nice combination. And you're going to see the London Eye now from the side. And actually it was a multinational effort because the French and the Italians and the Dutch were also involved in the making of the London Eye. On the right side is that Waterloo railway station, and that's where the Eurostar train
Robbie's a
used to
Tarzan.
leave from to go to Paris. There on the left side now, the London Eye. Too long, please. Here on the left side now, there comes a red bus, so you have to be quick. Ready on the left side, everyone. Ready? Fire away. Quickly. Right. 3 buses on our backside. Happens every night. City of London.
Oh, a Riva building.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that the River Thames is a tidal river. At the moment, the tide is out. When the tide comes back in, the water will rise by 7 meters. Right now, in front of us is a few theatres. One of them, the Lyceum Theatre. This building on the right here, Somerset House, opened in 1801. Anglican Cathedral. And this one was opened in 1710. And the architect was a man called Christopher Wren, Sir Christopher Wren. And this is where in 1981, where Prince Charles married Princess Diana in 1981. And this cathedral took 35 years to complete. Opened in... Now many people get confused between London Bridge and Tower Bridge. Has everybody got their cameras out?
Yeah.
Right, because now you're going to see the best bridge in London. One of the most famous bridges in the world. It's coming up on our left. This is London Bridge, this one. And on your left, you're going to see Tower Bridge. Are you ready? Here we go, on your left now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when that bridge opens up for ships, people then cross along the top. That's a walkway at the top for pedestrians. And there's a warship, Her Majesty's ship Belfast. She's a Second World War cruiser, now a museum. Look in front of you and you'll see the highest building in London, the Shard, 360 meters high. And if you look up above you by the 2 walkways, you can see people walking above you. This is my favorite bridge. Anyway, at least the rain has stopped. Well, almost. Let's see if anyone is walking now above us. I don't think so. Have a look. Hello? Anybody there? Hello?
Hello. Nope. No, we're
Look behind you for a nice photo. And still behind you.
I just don't want to do
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here on our left-hand side is the Tower of London. In its 900-year history, this place has been a royal palace, a prison, and a place of execution. The oldest part is the middle section, which is known as the White Tower, and that was built in 1078, and the rest of the building dates back to the 1200s. And it had a moat until the 1800s. It used to be surrounded by water until then. And many people were executed here over the centuries. I will excuse you. So we will be going underneath London Bridge. We went across it, and we're going to go underneath it now. So this bridge here in front of us is London Bridge. Now we're going to go underneath it.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is... Yeah, I'm done.
Oh yeah, man. I played that in preschool.
Brandon, can you get that?
Yeah.
See that lovely building there with the coloured lights there? That is the City of London School. And that's where Winston Churchill, our wartime Prime Minister, went to school. That was his primary school. The City of London School is still a school. I know someone whose son goes to that school. Right, there's the Oxo building. That's where Oxo bars, cinemas, theatres, Chinatown, the area of Soho, Leicester Square with its many restaurants,
Friends,
Planet Hollywood.
credit managers.
Now, Planet Hollywood is in the street called Haymarket. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where the weather is nice, you see lots and lots of tourists here in Piccadilly Circus. Yes,
We were here today.
this is my favorite place in London, Piccadilly Circus. Now, when the weather's nice and it's not raining, you can see many people sitting on the steps here on your right in Piccadilly Circus.
They were
In
earlier
fact,
today.
those steps have seen more bums than any other steps in the world. And